Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. We have the start of a brand new project. This is a 1971 Honda SL125. The Honda SL125 is kind of dear to my heart because it is the first motorcycle that I ever drove. It was either a 72 or a 73, the one that I drove. Kid in the local neighborhood had it, and he used to say, if you give me some gas from your lawnmower gas tank, you can have a ride on my bike. And I gave him like a whole bunch of gas from my dad's lawnmower gas tank. And he let me actually ride it. And so what's funny about it is we drove on this, we had this big field next to where I lived. And he let me ride it. I didn't really know how to drive a standard. You know, it's a 5-speed with a clutch. It's a dirt, on-road, off-road motorcycle. It's pretty heavy for a 125. But he drove on the back, and I think he was helping me do the clutch to get going. And I was, a 13-year-old kid. I was pretty big, and he was pretty big. And we're on this little 125, bombing down this field on wet grass. And I got so excited. I'm like, wah, wah. And then I had to hit the brake, and we fell over and slid on the grass for like, I don't know, it seemed like forever. And I'm like, oh my God, this kid's like 17, I'm 13, maybe he's 16, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna kill me. I just dumped his motorcycle. And I turn around and he was just laughing hysterically. He thought it was the funniest thing. He didn't get mad at me at all. And I was like, oh, thank God. He drove us back, and that was my first ever time ever riding a real motorcycle. I had mini bikes before that, but I never rode like a real, motorcycle with a clutch and a 5-speed. So anyway, all that being said, this is a project that I started 3 years ago. I think this is one of my getting back into working on old motorcycles kind of thing. Started 5 years ago now, the end of 2019. So four-ish years ago, I don't know. And I didn't have this garage when I started, but first I got some Honda CT70s. All of a sudden I had 5 of those. And then I got a Honda SL125. And I think at one time, I think this is the first one I got, or the second. But I wanted to restore it. It's totally destroyed. Unfortunately, I don't have any pictures of it, what it looked like, but I do have some pictures of what the forks look like. But in any case, it was a total basket case. No gas tank, all kinds of stuff stripped off it. The engine was just sitting in the frame when I went to pick it up. I bought it at Kaplan Cycles, which is the New England Motorcycle Museum. The guy that was doing the burnout on my blue KZ1000. That's Ken Kaplan. So I bought it down there as just like a parts bike. And it was a big challenge just to get a title for it here in Massachusetts, but I got a title. And I've even had it registered before. I just never put the thing all together. So unfortunately I don't have the before picture, but I have some parts that are all beat on. So I'll just kind of show you what I have, and you can watch. Thanks for watching. See you later. Alright, well, the next project is right here. This is a 1971 Honda SL125 that I disassembled and had everything set out for blasting and powder coating about 2 years ago, maybe 3. I got this as a junker. I'll have to go see if I can find some pictures of it before I took it apart. I bought it from Kaplan Cycles as scrap, a junk project bike. But I've got everything, I think I got everything to put it together. The engine, I don't even know if the engine turns. I think it has a bad kick shaft. I have a kick shaft. I have a new seat. This is a brand new replica exhaust. The forks on it were garbage. I have replacement forks over there. Got the tires, tubes, every little accessory, all that stuff plastic, wrapped in plastic wrap is from the powder coating. So like this whole area is kind of filled with SL125 stuff. So if I put this bike together, I can get this area back. I have way too many things. Okay, so step one, the wheels, of course, it's got spoked rims, right? So somewhere in here there are hubs. Here we go. So I've got new spokes, hubs that need to be cleaned up, polished. So if I'm going to start, I got to start somewhere, and that place will be, I think, the wheels. So I got to make myself some wheels. So the first thing I got to do is polish up those hubs, clean them up, polish them up, new bearings, spokes, rims. The rims are back there. Yeah, here's the new rims. Hopefully these fit. So I gotta take all this stuff and bring it down and get to work. So probably do the wheels and then the forks, and that will give me something to put the bike on. Then swing arm, I think new bushings I have for that. And I can put the start making it a roller, or I could go after the engine. Kind of sick of doing engine work right now, though. Why don't I get started on the wheels? Okay, well, time to get started on the SL125. I have to build some wheels. So, this is a rear hub. Not really sure anymore what goes where. I think there's dowels that go in there. In any case, so bearings have to come out. That's the rear, this is the front. This is the rear brake thingamajig that the brake pads go on. And there's two front actuators that must have had a separate extra wheel or something. So I have to take this stuff apart, get these bearings out of here. Start with that. Alright, well here's the before. Get the bearings out. This might have been polished and clear coated. Same for this. I've got this part in here which has the little speedometer gear thing. Don't really know how you take it out. So I think I'll wipe out some of that grease. Maybe take the seal out. The seal must go around that. Yep, just like that. Here's the back. The back's pretty nasty. This is some kind of rubbery bushing here. Let's see what the vapor blaster can do with it. Yeah, so I wanted to show the after on blasting the hub stuff. It's pretty good. It's had some kind of paint in there. Or it's goo. Oh, it's goo, yeah. Alright, so that's that. Well, this is what it's like in New England during the winter if you have an old car. I've got all these mouse traps with some peanut butter. There were 4. One of them got carried away and we found it somewhere. One of them did kill a mouse. It goes like this, and then if they touch it, this is like a noise, like strobe light thing. So it's all about trying to keep the mice the hell out of the Mustang. So I built this shelter. I was going to take a video of it, but I just had to get it up. And actually it was out here. And this is my truck. I bought a truck a couple months ago. I'm just running the Mustang to run the engine for a little bit, get it warmed up, make sure there's no mice inside the car that I could see. So it's like a shelter, and it was out here over the Mustang because I didn't want snow to get all over the Mustang. And I had it here, but it took up a lot of the driveway. So then I moved it over here, and I put my trailer over there. I had some more stone put in. And then we had a snowstorm, and of course, a tree branch came right down through there. It didn't get the Mustang, but it made a hole in this thing, you know. And like I just bought this thing 2 weeks prior to that. So then I had to go and make this like plexiglass shield. I don't know if I can show it here. With this wood and plexiglass, and it was freaking freezing and snowing. And I fucking hate living here in Massachusetts, I'll tell you that much. I've absolutely had it with living in the snow. There's other parts of the country where you can like actually have a convertible and drive it more than 2 months out of the year. Anyway, so I gotta go reset all these mouse traps to try and kill mice. Yeah, so I wanted to show the Honda SL125 paint set. This guy did a fantastic job. It's supposed to be like, this is kind of like that candy red that you see on a Honda CT70. In the, there's some trash in there. Out in the sun, it should really shine. Unfortunately, it's a crappy day out, and the lights are not all that great. Hello. How nice that is. So this red color was not an option for a 71 Honda SL125. They came in blue, a yellow color, yeah, like a gold. Yeah, it was a gold. Blue, gold, and emerald green. But I always wanted this beautiful kind of color that you would find on a Honda SL350. I'm looking at it, and to me it looks a little dark, but then again it's kind of dark down here. I think it's really going to stand out in the sun. So I have this beautiful paint set, and this fender's perfect. This was a brand new gold fender, new old stock that I got for like 200 bucks, at least 200 bucks. This used to be crappy. He blasted it. It looks awesome now. Even the bucket looks great. Yes, so I need a bike to put it on, but I just wanted to show how nice that looks. Well, one reason I want to get the SL125 done is that it kind of takes up this whole area over here. There's stuff in that box, there's stuff in this box, there's something in that black container. Oh, there's the original forks. I'll get those out to show how horrible they were. Here are the ones I bought, which I think are rebuildable. There's the new tires. There's the new rims. There's the new spokes. There's the frame. And here's more stuff that's powder coated. Here's a tank that is beat to hell. I didn't bother using it. Here's some other stuff for it. Here's some brand new stuff for it. Here's more brand new stuff for it. Here's a brand new seat for it. In here, I think is a cylinder. A cylinder head. Yeah, it's got a cylinder. I bought a cylinder head because somebody took a hammer to this head and screwed it up. Now, I don't even know if this engine... Oh, can you see the engine? Sorry. Yeah, you see that damage there? So, like, you can't repair that. Somebody took, like, a saw to it or something. I don't know. They screwed it all up. So the head looks like crap. It has... I'll pull it out. Let me pull it out. Oh, there's the swing arm. I don't even know if it turns over. I know the Kickstart shaft looked pretty bad. But it might be usable. I don't know. It looks pretty bad. I have a new Kickstart shaft for it. That will mean splitting the cases, I suspect. But whatever. Let's get it down and take a look at it. So here's that Kickstart shaft, and you can see it's pretty ruined. Here's the new one. And I was hoping that maybe you didn't have to take the case apart, but looks like you have to. Okay, well that will make the project more interesting. So this cylinder that is on here, this is obviously like if you go on eBay and you put in Honda SL125 piston or cylinder, this cylinder comes up. If you watch Musty One, he did a Honda SL125 and tried installing the cylinder. it's not quite the right one. And it comes with a domed piston, I think, and the piston will hit the exhaust valve a little bit. You can put 2 base gaskets in it. Somebody might have done that. There's a new base gasket there. If you put 2 base gaskets and you grind a little bit off the top of the piston around the exhaust valve, it works. It seems to work. I did that. Musty One did that on his video, and I did that on one a couple of years ago. This has been sitting up there for 2 years. I've had this bike, I think, 3 years, and it's just been sitting around. So where should I start? So I know that everything has to be swapped out of this cylinder head. I know I'm gonna need to take the piston off. I don't actually know if the engine turns over. So I guess I should try that, because if it doesn't turn over, it's going to be a pain to get the timing chain off, I would think. So why don't I take a look at that? Okay. Turns. Good. All right. Should I read the instructions or just start ripping it apart? I don't know if you can see here. I don't see the cam for the points cover. The points. Yeah, this seems to be missing the spark advancer thing, because the points aren't going to open because there's no cam there. So. Well, hopefully I have one of those. I have another. There's 2 heads up there. One, I don't remember anymore. One of them has good fins. Yeah, so part of the spark advancer is missing. Don't know why that is. Do I have to take this off? So the spark advancer is incomplete. Somebody's taken it apart, it looks like. So there's a, you know what I don't think I have is a cam chain. It says I'm going to have to split the block. I don't know if you have to split the block to do the cam chain, but I'll put a new cam chain in if I can find one. Alright, so there's a tensioner adjuster here. Remember that. So I can undo this. $13 mil. Nope. 14? Yep. Oh, it's hand tight. Okay. I want to get slack on this. Go. Okay, so nice amount of slack on there now. And time for don't know if you're supposed to be able to just pull the camera right out of it. You wouldn't think so. I'm guessing somebody already took this thing apart, and so there's no tension on the valves or anything. All right. Okay, well there's that. Fine. Okay, they forgot that. So there's a bolt here for the upper cam chain tensioner thing. And what else? And then there's let me take that spark plug out of there. Neat looking spark plug. Okay. Yeah, somebody wire wheeled this. How the heck do you get the valves out of this thing? mean, there's like no access. That's gonna be fun. Ugh. All right. Well, I'm sure there's some way to do it. Okay, so here's that brand new cylinder. Right, so somebody put it in. It was never run. Who knows why? I wonder if I should like try and shift it through the gears. Maybe I should do that before I take that off. Is that a 14? All right, well, I'm trying to figure out if it can shift. I think it's in top gear at the moment. This won't go up anymore. I don't know if that was in top gear. This is not spinning very fast if it's in top gear. Yeah, it's not moving at all. I wonder if there's a clutch in it. All right, let's take the clutch cover off. See what's going on in there. There must be a clutch in it because it was moving somewhat. All right. All right, well, yeah, these are all loose, which is nice on the one hand, but then again, why are they all loose? I hope there's no oil in it. Think there's oil in it? I don't think there's any oil in it because, well, let's see. Before I pour oil all over the place. No. All right, well, I'm going to take all these out. Okay, well, it looks intact. So I can see right here, let me get light. So I can see right there, see that like round thingy? Right here. So that is supposed to be in the little notches, and it's not. So that's why it's not in a gear at the moment. So, and yeah, so here's my Kickstart shaft, and it looks like the only way to get that out is going to be to split the case. Somewhat good news is that it doesn't look like it's set with water in it, although I'm not 100% certain of that yet. It seemed to me like this. So this Kickstart shaft, I mean, moving all over the place. That does not seem correct at all. Let me relocate this thing. Okay, so the reason why this shaft is moving in and out, if you could look like this, in and out like that. See how that's popping out of there? So that's because the standoff right here is not there. So the cover's off, that's why that's doing that. So I just need to pull it forward. It's definitely in a gear. Trying to find neutral. Alright, so there's neutral. So the sprocket's not turning. Okay, so one down, first. It is one down, four up, right? Sometimes they say, I'm 99% certain it's one down, four up. And I should be able to tell. Looking in here. That's neutral. Okay. First. Okay, this first. Alright, so this first. Yes. So. First. Neutral. Second. That didn't quite go in. Flinging oil all over. That's neutral. There's second. So there's second. So third should be, did I put it in second or first? I've got the shifter on kind of like upside down. I'm like confusing myself here. So that should be third. Yeah, so the sprocket's spinning quite a bit faster. Now fourth. Okay, so that should be fourth. And fifth. I think I'm confusing myself because I'm not rotating the engine. Let's see if I can run it through the gears and then I'll come back if I can figure it out. Alright, so it's in fifth. And if you look at the sprocket, doesn't really look like it's spinning all that fast, to be honest. Okay, so fourth would be down, and you can feel it didn't go all the way in. That's fifth. Fifth. Okay, there's fourth. third. Second. Didn't go in. Back to third. Come on. Third. Come on. That's third. Feels like it's jammed, which it seems to be. Okay. Yeah, I think that some of my problem is I don't have the clutch cover on. That's neutral, and then first that's first. So go half a step up, right there, that's neutral. Well, it seems to shift through the gears, not particularly well, but I think that's because I have the clutch cover off. But irregardless, if I'm going to change this shaft, and it is pretty mangled, I don't know, could I save that with a file? It's just like a lot of work to take this thing apart. Ugh. Well, hey, yeah, the video started to get too long for the first part of the SL125, so I'll end this one here and just put another one out. I think it was an hour. I got done editing it, it was like an hour and 45 minutes, something like that. So probably better to have shorter videos, like under an hour. So this will be the end of the first one, and then I'll have another one immediately. Thanks for watching.